Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a little while since my last video, but I'm kind of busy with work and some family things going on. But got this bike. It's a 1999 GT Pro Performer, and it is a rusty little bugger. It's been neglected. I don't know if it's been sitting outside. The rear brake is seized up, won't work. Rusty chain, rusty bolts, tires are completely toast. For the most part, this bike is all complete. So all original. It's just very neglected and needs a lot of TLC, a lot of rust removal, new cables, new grips, new tires, etc., etc. So I'm going to do I don't know if you want to call it a restoration, but I'm going to bring it to a nice, clean survivor state because it won't be fully restored to brand new, but it'll be darn near like a nice, clean survivor. It's going to turn out pretty good, though. It's been a while since I've done a BMX bike, so I stumble through a few things, but overall, this little bike turned out pretty good, so I can't wait to show you at the end. So why don't you tag along with me into the shop and let's get this thing restored. these bearings were completely toast in here. Luckily, because I'm a pack rat, I did have some extra headset bearings that fit in there perfectly. So now that I have this sonic cleaner, I'm finding that sometimes it works a little bit better to put the solvent in and the parts all in a separate bag at a higher concentration. And then what you do is you zip the bag shut and you drop it into the sonic cleaner, and then the parts seem to come out a lot cleaner that way. Okay, safety first. Make sure you don't use the blade towards your other hand. Luckily I didn't slice myself with this, but gotta keep your hand away from the blade. I was watching this video and I was thinking, what was I doing? As a first step, I tried to get some of the heavy rust off with the blade. Luckily, it kind of most of the heavy came off of the chrome. It's mostly surface rust, and it just kind of gives me a head start before we do this chemical process. So I put, I think, around close to 10 gallons, probably more like 8 or 9, and then I use something called oxalic acid, and I've got a link in the description below if you want to get some. It's pretty cheap, and there's no real scientific formula with it. I tried to find exactly what to do, but I just kind of put, I don't know, 3 or 4 scoops of this into the water, and of course the bike frame didn't quite fit in there, so I had to flip it every once in a while. But I let this sit in this bath for 48 hours, and it did pretty good. Removing the rust, as you'll see soon. But while that's sitting, we gotta work on the wheels. And I didn't go into a lot of detail on the hub cleaning. I've done a lot of those in my other videos, but I did kind of show how to get this stubborn freewheel off, so I could get at the hub. and my green pipe wrench or pipe always comes in handy for those kind of things. So with the magic of YouTube, hub's all clean. Put a little grease on the thread so that freewheel will come off a little easier next time. And the wheel's ready to go. And I did the same thing to the front. So after 48 hours, these parts came out pretty much rust-free. There was a little bit of a green scuzz that needed to be wiped off. And after I took these parts out, I did give them a good rinsing with the hose. As you can see, as what came out of the handlebars, not only does it take the rust off the outside of the frame, but it does a good job of getting what's inside too, which is good. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with this concoction that we used, and I'll be using it again on big frames and things. You just the hardest part is finding a container that's deep enough and big enough to hold big frames, especially something like a 26-inch frame. I'm not sure what I would do, but anyways, everything turned out pretty good. So I won't bore you with this, but did go over everything with some chrome polish to kind of get any remaining residual and some of that green scuzz that was on there. And then also I used some rust inhibitor and sprayed it inside as many of the openings I could in all the parts. Obviously not the cranks, but then after that, it's time to move on to putting some brand new stickers. And I think I got these on eBay. Found the right year and everything, but they're chrome backed stickers. So I don't know. I think they turned out pretty nice, and it was easy peasy putting them on. And it totally brings back the frame to life. As a note, when I did soak these in the fluid, I did keep one sticker that was not part of the kit on it, and that sticker was not affected by the acid bath. So if you were to do this without removing stickers, you could make sure the rust come off, and then you could maintain your stickers if you didn't want to replace them if they were in good shape. But these were all kind of beat up, so I wanted some new ones. There was an additional bushing that I didn't show in being installed here, but I did catch that later and I did install it. So the final bike does have it inside the stem. What I really like about these old GT frames and these bikes, I guess in general, is GT used to make all the parts. So the hubs are GT, the forks are GT, the cranks, everything they've got GT stamped everywhere. So it's not like today where a bike builder builds a frame and then just sticks everyone else's parts on it. GT made all the parts. So, and the other cool thing is this thing was made in the USA, which you don't find that too much anymore as well. So it's really kind of a cool bike. All right, so got a somewhere between an old school and a mid school BMX bike. You gotta have Vans grips on there. I mean, what else would you put on there? I gotta be honest, this is the first time I've worked with a gyro headset, and I had a lot of I didn't have a lot of trouble, but it was definitely a challenge for me because I had never done one before. But um, overall, I think I got it figured out. It seems to work the way it's supposed to. The only problem I have was that upper split cable that I came with, this set that I bought was a lot longer than the one that was there on the stock bike, so it kind of sticks up in the air a little bit more than I want, and you can't shorten them. So anyways, I guess I had to live with it, but I guess at the end of the day, the thing works and it makes the bike stop. Well, back in the 70s and 80s, I used to ride a lot of BMX and do a lot of tricks. Now that I'm 55 years old, I'm not so good at them anymore. But maybe I'll spend a little bit more time on this thing and see if I can learn some, or not, get some of my old tricks back. But as you can see, I'm a little rusty. So there it is, all done. Not quite a restoration, but I'd say it's a solid survivor now. For the most part, everything functions just right, mechanically perfect, cosmetically about 90%, and it's ready for someone else to enjoy it. I had a lot of fun doing this one, kind of brought back some memories, and I'm looking forward to handing this thing off to someone else who can thoroughly enjoy it. Anyways, so if you like this kind of video, please make sure you subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Also, in the description below, I have links to some of the parts that I use or tools. I've also got a website where I have a couple stickers for sale. And also, if you want to support the channel, because these are not necessarily the cheapest bikes to restore. If you like to help the channel out, there's a donate button down below. if you'd like to donate, or you can buy some stickers or whatever. Anyways, so I still have a bunch more builds coming. I've got a bunch in the queue. It's, like I said, been busy lately, and hopefully I can get more of these out here on a regular basis. And I do appreciate everyone that's watching. I just hit a little over 5,000 subscribers, which blows my mind that 5,000 of you think enough to want to see more of what I'm doing. So I do appreciate it. And we'll see you on the next build.